Welcome to another Sunday morning conversation, everybody. This morning, my guest is Filipe Franco Belmont. Filipe is a professional water skier, and he's an aspiring professional triathlete. He's only 19, and he's from Peru. He's coming stateside this year to go to college. His story is very interesting. I think it's quite an accomplishment to potentially be pro athlete in two different sports. What do you want, huh? Sorry, that's Tinkerbell. But yes, it's an accomplishment in two different sports. So please do tune in if you like. Give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe too. And hit the bell if you want to get notifications whenever I come up with a new Sunday morning conversation. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoy his story.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, man. How are you, amigo?
I'm doing great, thanks. I hope you're doing fine.
Now, where are you at?
So right now I'm at the beach in Peru. Here I get to train. I can ski and I can do triathlon. So it's a very good place for me.
Okay, so you're at low elevation then, not up in the mountains.
Here's the ocean. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta. I'm not very far inland, but I'm about 4 hours away from the beach.
Oh, okay. Wait. Do you like the beach?
You know, it's weird. I grew up in an area that wasn't near any beaches. I was even further away. I was in Ohio, so I didn't go to the beach all that often. And I'm like, what? This sand gets everywhere.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty stressful. I know. I understand. Yeah.
So, do you own your own boat?
I mean, water skiing. Well, I ski, so I have my boat. I have like my boat where I ski in, and yeah.
Now, do you have to bring that everywhere you go? Because I noticed you skied in Georgia over at
Yeah, at Callaway Gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like depending on the tournament, I ski with the boat that the tournament provides.
Now, how big are tournaments?
Like people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different in every tournament. For example, the one I was in Callaway Gardens, it's kind of like only professionals and like top 5 in the world. So it was not many people, around like 30 or like top 5 in every category. So it was around 30 people. Yeah, kind of like that. Like worlds, it's like 200 people, 300. But obviously you have to qualify for it. So not everybody can go.
Now, what kind of injuries have you had over the years?
Injuries. I mean, not a big. I've never had a big injury. I've had kind of like muscle strains and kind of those things, but not a major injury. Never a major injury.
Are there a risk of concussions or brain injuries with this sport?
Yes, in water skiing, yes. I mean, I've had a few concussions, but very like not very severe. Um, but yeah,
Does that worry you at all? Like for your future?
no.
Okay. I had a traumatic brain injury myself when I got hit by a car on my bike.
Oh,
So, yeah.
how old
So,
were you?
huh?
How old were you?
32? So it was 3 years ago.
Damn. And well, yeah, I read that you were a survivor from that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know that when you hit water and it's kind of, if it's flat water, it feels like you're hitting concrete. So I didn't know if it was like a similar kind of effect when you were, water skiing.
I mean, it's kind of a similar effect, but I think that getting hit by a car, it's pretty worse, you know. So do you remember anything or no?
Um, I remember that I was riding to work, um, and it's a Tahoe. I don't know if you're familiar with the Tahoe is. Yeah, it pulled in front of me, making a left turn, and it was a soft left turn, not one where it's a 90-degree. It's where you kind of veer off like that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hit your brakes if there's no traffic, and he didn't hit his brakes, so he was going about 50 miles an hour when he hit me. But I mean, I was unconscious for a few minutes, and I woke up in the fetal position. Other than that, I was, I that's that the gap. I remember most of it. At least I think I do. I wrote it down. I've been writing it down ever since.
That sucks, man. But it's good that you're okay. I mean, I've seen a lot of bike crashes that people die, and that's just so sad. I mean, I do that every day, and I just like praise for nothing to happen to me.
Yeah. So how do you manage to do triathlons and water skiing? That seems
Yeah,
like a pretty cool life.
yeah, it is. But I have to obviously manage like my school times, and triathlon takes up a lot of time, and
Yeah.
water skiing not so much. I mean, I became a pro in water skiing like, let's say, when I got like I started getting paid by the Peruvian government around 4 years ago, 5 years ago, let's say, when I was around 14, 13.
Oh, the government pays you? Oh no
Yeah,
shit, that's awesome.
yeah. And I mean, there's like a program that's called like um payment for the athletes, and it's just like top ranked athletes that um have had many medals or kind of like recognitions from the country and everything. So yeah, I mean,
It's like
I
sponsorship.
yeah, like I get sponsored by the government, so that's why I've always kind of like I've never had like a real sponsor, because I've never wanted a real sponsor, because I just don't want to depend on like a company or a brand, so I just ski. What I like to think about skiing is just I ski for myself and try not to have sponsors, just the Peruvian government. I mean, I get everything I need from the government, so that I'm okay with that. So going back to your question about how I manage to my time, it's pretty. I mean, physically, it's pretty demanding. Okay, because water skiing is very it demands a lot of kind of like physical effort. I don't know if you know what I mean. It's like running, like it's like running a half marathon every day. Okay, it tires you a lot. So what I do is I kind of like wake up very early, like around 4:30 a.m. and swim. The first thing I do is swim, because I'm not a very good swimmer. Um, I'm not a very good swimmer, so I swim, and after I swim, I run, and then I ski, and then I bike in the afternoon. So that's my, and during that time I kind of like get in the boots, recovery, get a physical therapist, and that's how my day, a normal day for me.
Wow, and the Peruvian government pays you enough to actually live off that. That's pretty cool.
I mean, I don't live off that, but I do I mean, I do kind of like get everything I need, like my bikes. I get my bikes. I Because bikes are very expensive, so I pay my bikes with that. I pay gas for my boat to ski and everything. Yeah.
Who drives the boat?
Like, it's kind of like a club. It's kind of like a country club where I ski in, that owns a lake. So they hire people, and I obviously have to pay the people who drive. So I kind of like go to the club. I'm a member of that club and ski there. And yeah, I pay for I mean, the Peruvian government pays for my gas, and they also pay the people who drive for me.
Okay. So where's
Yeah.
the coolest place you've ever raced? Both skiing and triathlon. Give me one of each.
Um so I raced my first. Okay, so the most, I don't know, that's a very hard question. Uh, I think Callaway Gardens in Georgia.
It is a nice place. I've been there. I like it.
Yeah, it's a very nice place. Where else? And raced in triathlon. I think here in Peru, there's a place called Paracas, which is like in the south. It's a very, very demanding course, very, very demanding course, and I suffered a lot there. So I think that's one of the coolest places I've ever raced in.
Okay. So you ever spend any time training in the mountains?
What do you mean? Like,
Like from what you have to forgive me because I've never been to South America, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure the Andes Mountains go through all of Peru, and the coast
yeah,
is only a small flat section. I don't know if you go up in the mountains to train.
yeah. I mean, not skiing, but I was in Steamboat Springs in Colorado a couple months ago training, and yeah.
Okay. Have you been to Machu Picchu? Is it all cracked up to be?
Yes, it's very nice. I've been only once there. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's your future like? You said you're going to school too. What are you going to school for?
Um, I don't know. I mean, my parents are very strict about school, so I have to get good grades. But let's be let's I don't get very good grades. I mean, because I don't have time to do homework. Since a little kid, I've been like doing so much sports that I get home very late or get home very tired. So basically, I got into a school in Orlando, Florida, like university. I'm still in school. I'm 18 years old. I'm still in like school in Peru,
Uh-huh.
but I'm gonna move in September to Orlando, Florida, where I'm gonna start university.
UCF?
No, it's called Rollins College.
I actually know somebody who swam for them.
Really?
Yeah. Her name is
That's
Grace
cool.
Alexander. She's also a triathlete.
Oh, that Greg Alexander.
Grace.
Oh, I've never heard of her, but that's cool. I mean, I'm pretty excited though because I'm gonna move there. I can also do triathlon and water skiing there. The university is very lenient with schedules or training and everything. So, I that's the only university I applied to. That's so because I was pretty certain. I mean, I've been there many times. I know the I know the like the counselors and everything because I know people who have been there and really like I feel very connected with that university and I think that I could do a very good job skiing and triathlon there.
Florida's a big triathlon state. I usually do one race in Florida every year.
Yeah, that's cool. So we can meet one day and race in Florida. Where do you
Yeah,
race in Claremont?
I've never raced in Claremont. I know where it is. We might have a training, depending on how COVID goes, we might have a training camp down there that I'll be down there for. But other than that, I probably won't go to Claremont. I'm supposed to go to Miami to race Challenge Miami in March.
The challenge the challenge races are I've never raced a challenge race, but they seem pretty insane.
Have you ever raced any Ironman races?
Yes. So I've done I mean I started with I've always been very athletic. So like whenever I get into a sport, I kind of like people think I'm already in the sport for like 10 years. But and like the truth is I've been in like the sport for like um let's say 1 year. So triathlon I started a couple years ago. I started triathlon a couple years ago. But apparently I'm very advanced. So I'm already like a ranked athlete in Peru for triathlon as well. Um so yeah, I mean I've done two half Ironmans. I mean, with COVID, the virtual Ironmans. I don't know if you saw them.
Oh, I
Um,
saw them. I just didn't do them.
yeah. There are a couple of virtual Ironmans. I've done many Olympic distance triathlons, many, and sprint as well. Also, so the race I told you in Paracas, that was kind of like my first, um, my first real half Ironman, like physically, not virtually. And yeah,
Okay, so how do you think you feel about going all the way to Rollins? That's a long way from Peru. I don't know how close you are with your family, or if you're going to get homesick. What do you think?
I mean, because of water skiing, I've always been like going to tournaments alone with my coach and going to training camps alone with my coach. So I think that I've been away from my parents for like sometimes like for 2 months when I was like 11 years old or 9 years old because I was training. So I'm pretty used to it. I'm pretty used to it, really.
How did it all begin? How did you get into water skiing?
I mean, believe it or not, I've always hated sports. Always. When I was kind of like 8 years old, my brother started wakeboarding, and I was like, oh, I should give it a try. I tried. I said, no, I don't want to do this again. I hate it, and he convinced me. He convinced me in a sort of way, kind of like in, to do water skiing. So I did it for the first time, and people were like, hey, man, like you got up for the first time. You know, when you're skiing or wakeboarding, usually you don't get up the first time. It takes a couple tries, and so I got up the first time, and I actually looked pretty solid. I mean, I looked pretty solid on the ski, and I was like 8.5 years or 9, and people said like, "Hey, you can be very very good," and that kind of inspired me to continue training and do this. Yeah, and do what
So,
I do.
so what's the how long does a professional's career last? Like, a professional triathlete, around 40 is the max. Not too many go past that. What's the kind of professional like career length for a professional water skier?
Okay, so here's where the thing is a little weird in water skiing. People start skiing, well, kind of like the age I started skiing, like 9, and only last till like 30. There's some cases in which people like are professionals and are like 50 or 40, or but just some cases. I mean, mostly like people just like their bodies kind of give up at like 30 years old. Like they start skiing very poorly, they start kind of not doing well in tournaments, not being able to ski a lot because of physical pain or something. So yeah, it's kind of like that age.
So do a lot of these skiers have a lot of pain like as they get older, like from years of doing this?
Yes, water skiing is very, as I said before, physically demanding. I mean, it's insane. Like you ski and you can't, like your arms are just so like in pain. It's crazy, and your back and everything.
I imagine it's kind of like doing isometric exercises.
Yeah. Like getting pulled from a boat. Like, I mean, if you sit down and think about it, it's crazy.
Now, these tournaments, do they have prize money? What's it like?
There's some tournaments which do have prize money, like the one in Callaway Gardens, which is called U.S. Masters, does. Worlds, for example, don't have prize money. There's some tournaments that get organized pretty well. Doesn't necessarily have to be like the world championships. I mean, what else? And also, not only that, but there are some tournaments, only some tournaments in which the Peruvian government pays me as well if I win or get third place or second place.
So, I mean, it not everybody has the same luxuries as you where the government helps you out. How do people survive in the sport financially?
I mean, it's a pretty expensive sport. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Water.
boats stand in this country. We call boats bust out another thousand because that's how much money you keep spending on them.
Yes. Like, I mean, a water skiing boat is around $100,000.
Yeah.
That's very very expensive. Um, and skis are like, depending on the ski, if you're gonna use a slalom ski or trick ski or jump skis, because there's 3 different skis. Um, they're like around $1,000, $1,500, and what people do. I mean, I don't know what they do. I mean, some like people pros. I mean, I know professional skiers. They're my friends. I know I mean, I know every good skier in the world, um, and their whole family is kind of into skiing. So it's their life. It's the only thing they do, ski. So they kind of like prioritize water skiing before like before anything. So they have some money to spend for skiing, and they don't necessarily have to have a boat. Many people ski like um there's like a ski school, and many people go there and kind of like pay for their set they don't have to necessarily buy a boat or something.
So to be any good at this, do you kind of have to live in a warmer climate so you could do it all year?
Yes, I mean people take off seasons because it's where they live kind of like is very cold or something. I've never taken an off season. I ski here the whole year. It's never too cold to ski. So yeah, it varies depending on where you are. You can ski wherever you want, but obviously you can ski when it's frozen. But people do have off seasons. People that live in Europe and it gets very cold, they have off seasons.
Okay. Well, Felipe, thanks for letting me interview you today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's
And
pretty cool.
good luck at Rollins. We'll definitely stay in touch and see if we can meet up sometime. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I'm going to be doing the Challenge Daytona at some point. I
Yeah,
got Miami
I
this
really want
year.
to do Daytona, but I just wanna. I mean, because water skiing has been well. I don't want to say it has been very easy for me, but water skiing has been like. I mean, I can get. I got I got very good in a very short amount of time. So I want to try to do the same with triathlon. I already want to like kind of like become a pro. I mean, I know that's probably gonna take time, and in triathlon it's very hard because it's hours and hours of training. But I really want to go there and I don't know challenge Sam Long and Lionel Sanders. You know that would be pretty cool. Because I like really I don't know if you have some time to talk about this like around 10 minutes or something.
Sure.
I'm I mean I'm exactly like those two. I mean I swim like shit. I mean I swim like them like shit. Um, I mean they don't swim shit, but they swim like they don't swim like their competitors. You know, like the Brownlees and they don't swim like them. But I kind of like see myself in that spectrum. You know, kind of um being like them. Like Sam Long, my inspiration is like Sam Long started at 18. I'm 18, and he's like 24 and he's already a pro. So I think I can like do that. I can do the same thing, and I didn't start at 18. I started triathlon like 16, 17, and so I think I have like 2 years head start. So so yeah, I'm pretty excited about triathlon and 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 mixing like triathlon with water skiing. I think that it's it's gonna get pretty cool at some point. Being a professional in two sports, I think it's gonna become very cool.
That's definitely an accomplishment.
Yeah. So I don't know what's your favorite? Who's your favorite triathlete?
It's Jan. He's the guy who's the most dominant.
Yeah,
If he's
yeah, yeah,
healthy, if he's healthy, you can't beat him.
yeah. I know it's crazy. I mean, the thing is that well, I will probably choose Lionel Sanders. I mean, Gustav Iden is very good as well, but just the thing I don't like a lot about John is that he's very like reserved. I mean, he doesn't post videos, he doesn't post much stuff. Like Lionel Sanders posts a video every week about his training, or I can see him on Swift and everything. I mean, I can see what he does, and I really like that because I mean, I don't know how much John Ferdinand trains or if he's training right now, but I do know what Lionel Sanders is doing every day. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's all what you make of it. His YouTube channel probably generates money, and that's the trade-off. By him
Yeah,
being so transparent, he can make money from it. And I'm sure his sponsors like it because in a year with no racing, him wearing that freshy kit all the time, it gets you a little bit of more exposure, especially if it's online. So
that's cool. So how many races do you do a year?
I had like 15 or 16 scheduled for this past year that didn't happen, so they're going to be next year.
Damn, that's a lot. That's a
I like
lot.
the race.
But like full Ironmans or
I haven't done a full Ironman since 2017. I'll probably do one again, maybe 2023. But I like doing 70.3s.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So 70 point. I also I'm also the same. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna do I don't think I'm gonna do a full Ironman anytime soon because I'm still 18. My muscles and bones are still kind of like growing. So really, I don't want to damage myself because a full Ironman is very demanding, physically demanding. Okay, like so ultimately, I don't want to kind of destroy myself. You know, I don't want to destroy myself. So what times do you do like in a 70.3? Because you do a lot. I mean, you do a lot. So the I mean, I don't know.
My 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 PR is at 4:54. I have three sub fives. If I finish around 5 hours, I call it a good day.
Yeah. I mean, and
If it's plus or minus 10 minutes, we win in 5 hours. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good day in my book.
so you're 35.
Huh?
You're 35, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're 35, man. That's very good for a 35-year-old. That's very good for a 35-year-old.
I've been doing it all that. I've been doing it since 2014, but I mean, I also had a year where I was recovering from getting hit by a car, and then I kind of lost last year, so I haven't had that continuity that most good people have. How do I have that? Um, you know, Probably be a different story, but I just
Yeah,
like to race. I really don't care how fast I am, or if I never make worlds. It'd be cool, but I just like to race. It's fun,
yeah,
and I like
yeah.
to travel. Uh, you know,
I also like to look at it that way because, I mean, if you worry too much about the time you're gonna do, I mean, I obviously worry about the time I'm gonna do the night before, and and I always end up sucking at the race. So like this, I did like 440 in this half Ironman I did a couple of weeks ago, but I mean, I swam like in 26 minutes, 27 minutes. Um, I did the bike like in 2 hours 20, and I ran like shit, like a total shit, like shit. I ran like in an hour 45 more, like I ran like shit. I mean, I just couldn't. Like I was perfect. I was perfect. I was like perfect for the first 5K, and then I just got like blacked out, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna finish this, even if I'm like don't know what's going on right now. I'm just gonna like breathe and go through the pain. So yeah, I mean, but I really like that pain. I mean, it's like you knowing that you're gonna get to the end and like feel like very good. I don't know if you know that feeling. I also really like that. I don't want to worry too much about times, but yeah, it's
what kind,
cool.
what kind of bike you riding?
So I ride a canyon.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like canyon. So I have my triathlon bike is a canyon and my road bike is a canyon. Um, and I also mountain bike. I really like mountain biking. I mean, I find that not always being on the trainer or on like the TT position and going very hard. I like to like get on my mountain bike and just like get lost and go like today I went on a route. Like I was with friends. I took them on a route and I told them I knew the route. I didn't even know the route. And we ended up having like to literally we were half a meter, like there was there was a pond of half a meter and we had to go through it. We couldn't go back. It was like half a meter. So like we went in, like we literally rode and the pond was like, let's say 3 meters long or 4 meters long. And we literally had to go on a pond that had water for like half a meter. Like it was half a meter water. Okay. We had to go through it on the bike. It was pretty fun. I mean, it was crazy, but it was pretty fun. I mean, we almost died, but it was pretty fun. And I like that like those sort of things. I mean, I don't I like to do it for fun. I don't like to do it for the times or for those things.
Okay. Yeah, man. I have to buy a mountain bike at some point. It's on my list to do things, but I got a lot of other stuff to come with. I'd like to do an Xterra race in one day.
Yeah, those also look very cool. So yeah, I really like all distances, man. They're so cool. I mean, just racing. It's like it's I've always liked like racing sports. But like for example, like Formula One is so stupid. I mean, you're sitting on a car and the car's doing everything. I mean, in comparison with triathlon, that like it's you that that is generating the power, not the motor on the car, and those are the kind of things that kind of like inspire me to kind of like do this every day. It's just like, man, just go for it, feel pain, and go through the pain and get to the finish line.
And you must really hate NASCAR then. Go in circles turning left all day.
Yeah, yeah, I don't hate it, but it's just like people think it's so like legit, and like people think it's so like it's so overrated. I mean, they don't know how like the physical pain we go through. They have no idea. You know, you're a triathlete. You know pain. You know pain. People don't know pain. Like people have no idea about pain. I know pain. It's bad. Pain is bad, and right now I'm in like I don't. It's not an injury. It's kind of like I don't know if you've got injured from the IT band.
Yeah, I got that.
So I have a I don't want to call it an injury. It's kind of like a pain. I have a little pain on the IT band. I can't run for like I haven't ran in 2 weeks maybe. So yeah, it's pain.
Yeah, I've done a whole bunch of stuff for IT bands before: foam rolling, dry needling, massage.
What worked best?
Huh?
What worked best? What did you do?
I think it was a combination of all three. I
So foam roller.
Yeah, the physical therapist got me foam rolling, and she dry needled me, and then I went to a sports masseuse a couple of times, and it kind of helped me with it.
And then what else did you do? And how much time did it go away?
Uh, After about a month. Plus, the thing is, um, like I'm not a medical professional, but when you get like IT band issues, it's usually because you have a weakness in your glute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's
there's all
what.
kinds of stuff for like there's certain squats and stuff that you have to do, um, and strengthen that, and then that kind of makes it easier so where you're not like dominating on the side with the IT band.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. I really don't like doing like those exercises, but now that I've been doing triathlon, I realize that you have to do what you have to do.
Yep. Well, buddy, thanks for meeting with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Good
Thank-
luck, and maybe we'll see each other when you move to Florida.
Oh, yeah, just text me via Instagram and yeah, I'll let you know.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for watching another Sunday morning conversation. If you liked what you saw, please do like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of them, click the little bell notification and it'll tell you whenever I post another one. Thanks again, guys.